Hi there, this is Krishna Naganathan. I'm a consultant and work with organizations on the growth, innovation, business transformation, and efficiency. In this video, we bring you insights on how organizations approach innovation. Most organizations respond to change in 4 different ways. We seek to introduce new products or services or tweak our existing products and services to create incremental value in our existing market. Towards this, we use our existing capabilities, we use our existing processes, we use our existing assets, and sometimes in very creative ways. In some cases, we might also be going and looking for new geographies, but to use our existing products and services and our existing capabilities. A second option is to bring new technology process to your existing market and create a technological disruption. This is what Ola and Uber have done to the taxi business. The third option is to extend out to new markets where we believe we can deliver unique value with our existing competencies. Note, this is not the same as going to a new geography. By doing this, we are disrupting the existing business concepts in the market. A good example of this is Swiggy and Uber Eats, who have introduced a completely new business concept to the restaurant business. A fourth option is to bring about breakthrough changes in totally new markets using new technologies. Sometimes you have to acquire these technologies. Nokia did this to spectacular effect when they moved into the telecommunication and mobile handset business from a totally different industry that they were in. These are true breakthrough innovations, and they are few. It's not uncommon to find people refer to all the 4 approaches as innovation, even though some would believe that the option 1 of creating marginal changes to your product is not innovation. The upcoming standards from ISO define innovation as ideas that are implemented and create value. I believe the key operational word there is value, and it refers to the value that is created for the user or the consumer. Simply put, ideas or inventions don't become innovation unless it creates value for the consumers and in turn create value for the organization. Unfortunately, innovation is not easily done, and more importantly, it's not a one-time exercise. You need to be constantly innovating to remain relevant. Nokia is a wonderful example of not doing it often enough. What does an organization do to innovate? Your first task is to define goals for what you want to achieve. I strongly urge businesses to align their goals with the 17 sustainable development goals that have been identified by UN. Doing so will provide you with a social alignment and provide you sustainability. Once you have come up with a goal, it's necessary to break down the goals into short term, into medium term, and into long term. Now, what do these terms mean? Short term could be 12 to 18 months, medium term could be up to 3 years, and long term could be up to 6 years. But note that this depends on the industry that you are in. In some industries, short term can be just 6 to 12 months. And in some industries, short term can be 2 years. So it is actually very, very dependent on the business that you are in. However, I don't believe that anybody should plan for goals beyond 6, 7 years, because you are unlikely to be able to look so far into the future. It's then important for you to explore the growth gap. What can your existing S-curves, your revenue streams from your existing products and services deliver vis-a-vis your goals? If your existing products and services, as well as contribution from your geographical expansion, if it can deliver all your goals across multiple terms, then you are in a wonderful spot. Congratulations, you don't need innovation. However, most likely you're mistaken. It's unlikely that your existing products and services can meet all the goals that you have set in the short, medium, and long term. You need innovation to reach some of those goals. In general, if you set up serious goals, we believe that only your short-term goals can be met by your existing products and services, and even there might be some gaps. You would need to innovate and get in some new ideas, new revenue streams, new products and services that are required to meet the gap between your goals vis-a-vis what you can do today to achieve your long-term and medium-term goals. This is what innovation needs to deliver for you. So how do organizations deal with it? McKinsey's 3-horizon model is very popular among leaders for mapping innovation activities that are necessary to achieve goals across different plan terms. At any point, you will expect some innovation efforts to help you squeeze more profits and growth from your existing S-curves, from your existing revenue streams and services. We call these the Horizon 1 activities. At the same time, you will need to be working on creating your new revenue streams. These may be prototypes, experiments, trials, etc. You will be working on new acquisitions that straight away add value to you by creating revenue. We call all of these as Horizon 2 initiatives. Organizations also need to work on the future about what is emerging in the distant future. This is about emerging technologies, discoveries, concepts that could deliver value, and these are called the Horizon 3 activities. These efforts add to learning for the organization in terms of IP, in terms of patents, in terms of knowledge, and in terms of capabilities. Some of these could and should become Horizon 2 initiatives pretty fast. The trick to successful innovation is actually having a balanced portfolio of innovation. You need to spend resources across all the horizons at the same time. While there are no benchmarks on ideal recommendation, many believe that the ideal distribution of resources should be 20% in Horizon 1, 60% in Horizon 2, and 20% in the Horizon 3. Organizations must continually review the innovation portfolio and make sure that they are focused on all their horizons. If you only focus on your short term, that's the Horizon 1, about extending how do we meet my immediate goals, you are not going to be prepared for the decline that comes in the future. So you have to prepare for the future now, and that's why you must be working on Horizon 2, on Horizon 3 activities now. And you must be spending most of your time with the Horizon 2 and Horizon 3 activities. The metrics for the 3 horizons tends to be very, very different. In the Horizon 1 efforts, activity metrics are number of innovation or new ideas or improvement projects that you are implementing, and the impact metrics tend to be revenue, profit, growth that you are achieving, and number of projects that you are implementing successfully on time. For Horizon 2 efforts, activity metrics are number of ideas, experiments, prototypes executed, and impact metrics are number of proof of concepts launched, percentage conversion of ideas in prototypes, and customer satisfaction in pilots. For Horizon 3, on the other hand, it's all about learning. The activity metrics here include number of idea campaigns, hackathons that you've launched, new concepts explored, investment in emerging technology. While impact metrics include number of patents and IP registrations. Knowledge is a focus of Horizon 3. So in summary, what do organizations do to innovate? They first plan. They actually look at different time periods and decide what should be the goals that they should achieve. And then they go in and explore what they can do with their existing products and service. It tells them what they need to be, what are the gaps that they need to fill in different time periods. And that's where innovation, goal setting comes. They need to plan for what they should do in the current horizon, which is the Horizon 1. They need to look at what they need to do to achieve growth, which is the Horizon 2. And they need to look at what should I do for the future, which is the learning horizon or the Horizon 3. You need to have plans for what you're going to be doing in terms of innovation in the current horizon, for the growth horizon, and the future horizon. This is what an innovation strategy development is about. In our next video, we will explore further how organizations need to build capabilities to do this successfully. I hope you found the insights in this video very useful. Do leave your comments in the links below. Follow me on my blogs. You can find the links to these to the blogs and my website below. Do write to me directly at krishnan@thinkhorizonconsulting.com. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn, and I will be responding to all your discussions on innovation. Thank you very much.